Hey everyone, it's Eric Michikowski. Welcome to another episode of TikTok. Today I'll be talking about the Index 01, our smart ring. I confess that I have not had as much time as I would have liked to update you all on progress over the last few months that we've been working on this, but things have been a little bit busy with Pebble Time 2, getting that out the door. But now that we've gotten into mass production with that, we've shipped, this week we'll have shipped over 10,000 to customers. Things are well on their way. And I have a little bit more time, though not that much, to be able to kind of step back and talk more about Pebble Index 01. So today I'm going to be doing a kind of general project update, sharing some demos of the hardware, the software that we've been building, and just kind of, giving a status update on Index 01. But before I do that, I just want to maybe remind people what exactly this product is. So Index 01 is a smart ring that we've designed to be external memory for your brain. It's a tiny ring. It's got a button and a microphone. Whenever you press the button, talk into the mic, it records whatever you say, and then it sends that to your phone. It does a little bit of AI processing to decide whether that's a note, a reminder, an alarm to do, just kind of basic stuff. And then it remembers it for you. I used to forget things all the time. And now I can just press the button, talk into my ring, and it just remembers things. It's seriously relaxing, especially when, there's a lot of things on my plate today, these days. And so I need to have something that can help me do this. So that's what Index 01 is. Now here's the update on the project. So far, we've manufactured just over 700 Index 01 rings. That sounds like a lot, but we have more than 10,000 left to build for people who've already pre-ordered. This is a completely new class of product for us compared to watches and that kind of thing. So it's taken a little bit longer than we would have hoped to get into full production and get in, everything up and running. But we apologize for the delays. Very, very sorry about that. But we wanted to get it right. We didn't want to screw this up, and we didn't want to have any problems. So we've taken a little bit more time than we expected. But with that being said, I have the whole lineup of rings on my desk here. So I'm wearing the matte black. This is the one that matches my Pebble Time 2. But I've also got the brushed silver. So we changed from a polished silver a couple months ago to a brushed silver, because it just looked better. So we made that change. Here's the brushed silver on my finger. And this is the gold, my wife's favorite color of ring, at least, and watch, apparently. So let me pull that one out. There. It's the full Index 01 lineup, though no one should ever actually wear all three at once. That'd be a little bit crazy. We've sent a bunch of these out to beta testers over the last few months, so thank you very much to those of you who've been wearing them around and providing us with feedback and bug reports. There were definitely a lot of things that we had to clean up and fix, and we've spent a lot of time working on the software. The number one thing that we've been focusing on is reliability. We wanted to make sure that every single time you press the button and talk into the ring, it's recorded and sent to your phone. So we spent a lot of time doing that. The plan, as of right now, is to ship out many more of Index 01s to you over the next few weeks. The goal is to have all of the pre-orders shipped out by the end of July. Things may change. Obviously, that's just an estimate right now, but that's the plan as it is right now, and we're sticking to it. In the meantime, please get your fingers sized so that you can order the correct Index 01 size. I'll show you the sizing kit that we have on our website, orders.repebble.com. You can order one of these. It's $10 worldwide, shipped, including shipping. Or if you have a 3D printer, you can 3D print it and try it out. This is just a 3D printed version. Let me give you a couple tips on how to use the sizer. So you'll want to pick the size that makes it easy to slip on your finger. You do not want it to be too tight because your fingers actually change in diameter through the day depending on exercise, weather, temperature, that kind of thing. The other thing is that Index 01 sizes are different than other smart ring sizes like Aura. So just because you've got a sizing kit for Aura doesn't mean that will correspond with Index 01 sizes. So please get the official Pebble Index 01 sizing kit or 3D print it yourself. Or you could go to a jeweler and have your finger measured. But if you do that, please make sure that they use a measurement like centimeters or the inner diameter. The circumference or the inner diameter, and then look on our website to see how that corresponds with the actual rings, because it was kind of news to me, but like everyone has a different size of ring. There's no exact standard for inner diameters on ring sizes. So please be careful when you get your finger sized at a jeweler. Next, I want to share how I use my Index 01. I found that over the last few months, since I've had the pleasure of starting to use it, it's completely blended into my life. It's similar to Pebble in a lot of ways. It's a gadget that just kind of blends into the background and quickly becomes, well, for me at least, became an essential part of my life. I don't think that there's any way that I could go back to a world where I'm not wearing something on my finger that just lets me remember anything I want. I think unsurprisingly, I find that I use it mostly when I'm out of the house. I spend a lot of time at home in front of my computer, and so I have the benefit of a big screen there. But when I'm out, I often get ideas or I think of things that I just need to remember. And so when I'm running errands, biking, picking up the kids, out for meetings, that's when I use it the most. Actually, before we do that, why don't I show you a demo? I don't think that I've done a live demo of Index 01 before, so let's do it. Add eggs to my grocery list. There we go. Got added. Nice. It's always good. Always a little bit stressful doing a demo. I mean, it's not live, but this is actually done in one recording. So let me show you how it looks on the Pebble app itself. So this is the main home screen for the Index kind of features in the Pebble app. It's split up into 3 sections. You've got the feed of all of the recordings that you've done over all time, a set of to-dos, which are time-based notes, reminders, alarms, that kind of thing. Then a general notes section where you could create new notes, you could add to existing notes. And the bottom section is web search. So you can double click on the ring and ask questions to actually search the web, and it delivers you the answer here or on your smartwatch, like a Pebble, if you got one of those. Let me take you through some of the recordings here. This is a sampling of what I've spoken into my ring. Today I was biking back from somewhere, and I knew that I had to remember to resync some of my directories before I flew to China this evening, so I had to do that. I have to call my mom later today. She wasn't available this morning. It's Mother's Day. That was the eggs that we just added. I just did a demo here, and you could see the eggs showed up on my shopping list. This morning or yesterday I was going shopping for Mother's Day stuff, and as I was walking into Trader Joe's, I needed a recipe for gluten-free blueberry muffins, and I just spoke into my ring. You can actually hear it here. Simple recipe for gluten-free blueberry muffins. So that's the recording of it, and it just answered, and I saw it all on my wrist on my Pebble, and so I very easily got what I needed. A lot of sending messages to my wife, which I'll show you a demo of in a second. So let me demo some of the other things that I use all the time with my Index. So I love the beeper integration that we've built. My wife just texted me, so I want to text her back. Message my wife, tell her that I'll be recording the podcast for about another hour or so. And then switch over here so you could see, searching for my wife, found her and sent to my wife. And you could see here in beeper that it showed up. I use that one all the time. Obviously, you need to use beeper as well. And that's Android only right now. Another Android only thing that I use a lot is music control. So we built the ability to double click and control your music. You can skip tracks by triple clicking. Let me pause that again. Music control is just available on Android right now. We're still working on that on iOS. We think we have a way of doing it if you have a Pebble Watch connected as well. Obviously, everyone knows that iOS is a bit more limiting, but we're working on it. The other thing that I do pretty often is I send a message to my agent. So I use a Hermes agent, which is similar to OpenClaw in a lot of ways. So let me just show you how I would do that. Message my agent. Are there any movies playing tonight that you think I'd like? So the answer comes through on your in the index in the Pebble app itself, or it comes through on your watch. A Pebble or Apple Watch if it's connected. So let's see it come through in a second. Okay. Project Hail Mary is playing. Nice. So as you can see from those demos, we've got a lot of the software already built out. It's working great. Again, thanks to the beta testers for helping us over the last couple of months. We've really focused most of our time on reliability. We wanted to make darn sure that if you press the button on your Index 01, it records, the transfer works reliably to your iPhone or Android. And that has taken the vast majority of the energy and effort. We wanted to make sure that that foundation was solid before we moved on to working on the kind of higher level user interface. So yeah, hopefully, you're not going to judge it too much based on what you just saw there, because it will definitely improve over the next couple months. One feature that we added due to feedback from beta testers was blinking the green LED. So if you record, you get a little blink there to show you that it successfully recorded. Now, you could turn that off if you want, obviously, but it's just a little bit of a reminder that everything's working well in the system. The other thing is that we've built this UI here, but you don't have to use it. So this is the built-in feed, reminders to do, and notes. I built it mostly for myself because I've tried pretty much every other note-taking app over the last 10, 20 years. I've used Evernote, I've used text files, Simple Note, Todoist, reminders, Keep, everything, and nothing really just worked exactly how I wanted. I want it to be very simple. I want it to work on all the different platforms that I have: Android, iOS, Mac, Linux, whatever. And so I kind of just ended up building that into the Index app. But you don't have to use it if you don't want. You can actually configure it to send reminders or notes to different platforms. I've got it set up to send to Google Tasks, but we've also got Notion, Apple Reminders. This is an Android, but if you're on an iPhone, you can sync it up to Apple Reminders or Apple Notes. You can even have it email you after you do any recording. For the hackers out there, you can actually create an MCP or add any MCP that you'd like. It runs natively here on the phone. And you could replace our note-taking timers, etc., with your own MCP if you want. If you're looking to kind of just not use our system at all, and you just want to have everything kind of recorded from Index and sent to your own app or your own web server or something like that, you can use the webhook integration. This lets you send to any webhook. You could send the recording or the transcription, or the recording and the transcription. This is great for people who have their own custom setup and just want to get the data out of our system or off the ring and into your own system. You can set up you could change what the buttons do as well. So this changes whether you want a single press to toggle play, pause, or a double press to do the next track. I currently have it set up to do double click. There's search options as well. You can configure the, this is the click, so double press and hold. You can have that set up to search the web or to send data to a webhook as well. This is still very early. So things are absolutely going to change, and you'll see, the UI will get much cleaner and we'll add a lot more features. If you have things that you think we should be working on, please drop them into the comments so that we could work on them. The things we are working on, though, are adding more integrations. So people have asked us to add Todoist, Obsidian, Google Keep. We're going to add those. We already have Notion, email, Google Tasks, Google Reminders, Apple Notes. So there's a lot more that we could do. Again, the app's open source. So if you really want to add your own service, by all means, please send us a pull request. We'd be happy to add more integrations into the app as well. Some other things that we're working on that are almost done are encryption. So We are adding the ability to encrypt all of your recordings and all of the items that you have in your kind of notes database. We have a optional cloud backup, and the cloud backup would be encrypted as well, so we couldn't listen to your recordings or read your messages or that kind of thing. All optional, so you don't have to use it if you don't want. What else? Okay, we've got some kind of longer term things that we're working on that I wanted to share. We're looking at recording your location when you do a recording, or if you create an item, a note to self or something like that, or a reminder that needs to be triggered at a particular location. The one feature that I really want is being able to add things to my grocery list, and then when I get to Trader Joe's or wherever I'm shopping, have it pop up on my Pebble. And so I can just like walk around the store and see exactly what I need to buy. So that's one of the features that we're working on. And then, this was one that my wife requested, which is the ability to add things from her ring to my to-do list. So shared to-do lists, but also the ability to kind of push something from your list to someone else's list. So we're going to build that. And the final thing is a desktop and web app. So I use this on my phone, but I also come up with things that I need to add to my notes or reminders or to-dos from my desktop as well. And I hate the idea of like sending things back and forth to myself through email or text or whatever. So instead, we're just going to build a index UI for the web or for desktop as well. I'm going to do that because I very much want this. These are all kind of like longer term things. I don't know exactly when we're going to have them all done, but they're on the roadmap for us. Well, that wraps up the demos that I've planned for today. I hope you've all had a good chance to see the latest on Index 01, starting to get excited about getting the ring onto your finger. If you have any comments or feedback, please leave them here in the YouTube comments section. If you've got suggestions, things that we should work on, different integrations, we'll try to read it all. And we're not going to promise anything, but we'll definitely check it out and see if we can incorporate that into the plan. But thanks everyone for supporting us on this project, and I'm super excited to hear what you think of this once you get it onto your finger.